Right, boys. Guess who's back at the setup again? I'm like on and off between the laptop and this, but webcam's moved because I broke my stand for my camera. So now it's on a tripod. Whatever, it works. So anyway, today I've spent the day recording. I feel like the camera's there. I keep looking over there. It's moved. I spent the day recording videos and writing scripts. Again, my day is very similar. I've just realised I haven't written my newsletter yet, so I'm going to have to write that as soon as I wake up tomorrow, but that's not a problem. I enjoy writing it anyway, but I'm not trying to go to bed any later than it is right now. It is currently 15 minutes past 12. And yeah, so here I am. And man, I can't wait to release this thing. It's going so well. But yeah, I just want it to be perfect. I want it to be a really good product rather than just trying to release like something that isn't of value, that isn't like good, you know? Like I want stuff to be high quality. You know, I got taught at a young age to always kind of like do stuff to the best of your ability as opposed to just trying to scave it. And I think it depends on what it is that you're doing. But like with homework, I would try and just rush it into a shit job. And looking back in hindsight now, the actual like standard of the homework that I put in like meant absolutely jack shit, especially in the younger years of my life. Well, even now, like I haven't used anything I've done in school once in my life. But I think my portfolio is kind of if I wouldn't really use school really much now. But yeah, the homework, like the principle of the homework did, like the homework didn't matter. The homework that I actually completed didn't actually matter. But it was more so not kind of doing your best, you know? Like trying to just get away with doing a lazy job, because if you go through your whole life just doing a shit job of everything you do and just trying to like get by, then you're always going to be struggling just trying to keep your head above the water. Like you're going to be always doing the bare minimum your whole life, right? I think it kind of ties into like jobs in general, and I think a lot of people have a job because, well, first of all, they have a job for obvious reasons, but they keep that job, especially ones that they don't like, because it keeps their head above the water, and they're scared of changing because change comes with uncertainty, and the uncertainty could be various different things that you don't know how to fix. And I think that's where fear kind of stems from, is literally just uncertainty. Like this could happen, this could happen, this could happen, I don't know, this could happen, or this could happen. But most of the time that those things never happen, but we always fear the worst. But going back on that is, people always do, like, I'm very glad that I kind of got taught this, because people will always do the bare minimum. Like a lot of the time they'll do the bare minimum because they're not incentivized to do more, you know? Like people will have a job and they'll work the job 9 to 5, whatever, and they won't do more than is needed of them most of the time, unless they're desperate for a pay rise, which is like 5% of workers. I think a lot of people just kind of like just go day by day by day, and they just can't be asked, and they just can't wait to finish. Whereas some people, they strive to get a better job role, they want to get promotion, whatever, and so maybe it's more than 5%. But yeah, I just think that you need to be doing more, and that I got taught that is so valuable, because again, most people just sit and do the job that they have to do because they're not incentivized to do more. There's no real reason to do more than what is asked of them, so they'll do what is asked of them, and that's that. And they work a job that just about keeps their head above the water, and they won't leave that job, because if they leave the job, then they're going to put themselves under an immense amount of stress, and then the fear comes in of the uncertainty of whether they get a new job, whether the job is better than the one they've got currently. A lot of things kind of like come into that. So yeah, I just remember it so distinctly. Like the moment that I kind of like realized that lesson is, I was doing some homework about, I think it was like the Amazon rainforest, and I had to make a leaflet in like, I want to say year 4. Yeah, I think it was year 4. So in US terms, I believe that is grade 3. I think grade 3, might be grade 4, might be grade 5. One of those 3. Anyway, yeah, because you have, yeah, whatever. So I had to write a thing on the rainforest, and it was so like rushed. I wasn't done to the best of the ability that I know that I can do, and that I can put forward. So I did it, and my mum saw it. I saw it before I handed it in. I don't know when I did it. I probably did it the night before. Maybe it wasn't the night before actually, because I had time to whatever. I'm waffling, but I did it, and my mum then showed it to my tennis coach, and my tennis coach kind of like said to me, it's like, Ollie, like, you need to not do, I don't remember the exact wording, obviously this was years back, but basically saying that it's easy to just do the bare minimum, but doing the bare minimum's never going to get you anywhere. It's always just going to keep your head above the water and just keep you kind of stagnant, because it's just going to keep you where you are. If you want to achieve extraordinary things, you need to be doing extraordinary things to actually get to those things. Like, you can't expect for something to change if you're still doing the same stuff all the time, you know? Like, someone's not going to come and save you, so you need to be putting your best foot forward and doing the best you can with everything that you're doing. I think that is a kind of a valuable lesson that I picked up, and I think you guys might be able to get a bit of value from. But yeah. There was another thing that I saw today. I just want to tap on this really quick on Twitter, and it was basically a tweet asking for opinions, because there was a guy who posted a TikTok saying, if you're over the 25 and still gaming, you need to wait. You need to like grow up, right? And to be honest, you know, I'll explain it. I'll explain it first, and I'll explain my point of view after. That was the tweet, and he was basically like, are you with or against this guy? Because the comment to like ratio was crazy. It was like 300 likes and had like 1.5k comments on TikTok. So obviously not many people were liking the video. But he posted it. Obviously everyone was on like commenting saying, what the fucking idiot, what a fucking idiot. So I saw a guy reply to the tweet. I'm going to move this. I saw a guy reply to the tweet saying, and I quote, I'm gonna have to move my head around, my monitor's like out the way so it doesn't appear on the webcam. The guy lives off his parents' money, by the way, and has about 18 failed businesses at 26. I then replied to that comment because it came up on my timeline. I wasn't following the guy, but I was just going through the replies of the tweet, and he said, at least he's trying, mate. Most are too scared to even try anything more than likely similar to yourself. And he then replied to me with a gif of Donald Trump saying wrong. That was it. He didn't say anything more. So, and that reply has probably got about 40 likes now. You know what? I'll check it, because it had 21 likes then, and it's now got let's find out how many likes it's got. 'Cause it's definitely it's got 25. It's better gone up since I last saw it. But point is, my reply didn't get one like. So, I mean, maybe I'm just completely wrong, but how many people do you know that say they're going to do something and then they don't do anything? Or they try to do something, and as soon as the first inconvenience comes up, they just quit. Like almost everyone. They say they want to do something, they say they want to achieve something extraordinary, they say they want to do certain things, but as soon as some inconvenience comes up or some tough part comes up, they just quit, and they just like, nah, it's not going to work, I can't be asked. But a lot of people, they're too scared to even take risks, because if they fail, then that's their life over, right? You know, like everything needs to be perfect, but everyone that ever started anything failed. And for this guy to, I think this guy's he's not actually got stats. Like, it's less than 18 businesses, whatever he started, but at least he started a business, you know? Because most people, they don't even fucking start, bro. Now, they have the idea, they may do like 2 hours of work towards it, and then once everything's kind of like going, then they're like, fuck this shit, I can't be asked. And I see it happen more, like, so often. But the amount of people that agreed with that guy's comment saying just wrong, he didn't even say anything, he just fucking said wrong. I was like, oh yeah, cool, cheers, pal. I didn't reply to it, I just fucking aired him. But like, I think the competition is just so low, like the bar is just so low for you to do stuff. It really is, because everyone, especially people in the UK, they just want to keep everyone in a box, and they don't want people doing better than them, because then they feel shit about themselves. So whenever you try and do something, or you say you're going to do something, especially in the UK, people just put you down, right? And it's funny, because no one who ever started and was successful with a business is ever gonna knock someone for starting something. But the people who are going to knock people and put you down for starting a business are the people who haven't done one themselves. You know, whether it's take the safe route, or you should do this, or this is better. But in reality, no one really knows what they're doing, I think, a lot of the time. I mean, I've come to realize this in the last few years when I've realized that everyone's worldview is just kind of like fucked. I'm not saying mine isn't fucked, but the amount that my eyes have been opened in the last like 2 years is crazy, to stuff that I never realized that could exist or does exist. So a lot of people are very closed-minded and they're just scared to do stuff, and they're scared to be behind other people and scared to feel shit about themselves. So whenever someone does something that's going to move their life forward, or could move their life forward, a lot of people's first thing to do is put them down for it or inform them of all the negatives. And I think sometimes it comes out of love. Like, they don't realize that they're doing it out of like hatred. Sometimes they do it out of love, thinking they're being a good friend, like trying to help them from come up with problems or figuring problems when they're working, and trying to avoid them making fuck ups in their life. But in reality, like, everyone that ever did anything ran into problems. Like, problems is business. Business is problems. Like, the only reason a business exists is because it solves a problem for someone. That is a business. If you're not solving a problem with someone and you're making money from it, I don't like. You know, like, anything is a business. You think OnlyFans, they're solving a problem for certain people. You think TikTok, they're solving a problem for people because people want to be entertained, and that's offering them their entertainment. There's services that fix people's problems. Everything that people make money from is helping someone, solving a problem. So everyone just tries to be a perfectionist, and a lot of people who have never done anything, even more so because they're in their own head, afraid to start a business, and in the process of that, they then portray it onto everyone else because they're scared of their own like potential fuck ups and known failures. That they're like, oh, this could happen, watch out, I've already thought about this and I don't want to do this because of this, and this is going to happen. But no one's ever started a business and not had failures and not had fuck ups, you know? So you just got to do it, bro. Like, you've just got to start. Like, it's crazy to me that people just are so negative. I don't know, man. It's just sad. Like, you're only alive on this planet once, and people would much rather sit in the safe option of working a job that they hate their whole life, just so they don't run the risk of not being able to pay money 1 month, than taking a risk to live a life of freedom and happiness and the life that they wanted. So I don't really think the safe route is really that safe at all, because safe doing what? You know? Safe doing something that you don't want to do, and you'd much rather be doing something else. And you've got one life to live, and you're disregarding it because you'd rather take the safe route that everyone's told you to do. You know? You've got to leave the bubble sometimes. You've got to fucking leave the bubble. So anyway, that's my take on that. Take of it what you will. I'm sure people will disagree with me. I mean, I'm looking at how many people have disagreed with me on the timeline there, but that's my perspective properly articulated, so you can actually understand what I was trying to say. Maybe I didn't say it correctly. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's just sad, honestly. Whenever someone's doing successful, people feel an incentive to hate on them. It really is sad, like, just to make themselves feel better. And I think one more thing I want to say is the statement of jealousy. And people say that people are jealous because they say certain things. Now, I think this is the case in some regards, but like, bro, there's so many examples when it's not the case, and people just think it's jealousy because that's what people say. Like, whenever my dad says like, whatever, we're talking about something and I make a comment or something, which be like, you're just jealous. I think it goes far deeper than that. A lot of people are jealous, especially with people that are successful, but I don't think jealousy is the core reasoning behind why people say the things that they say. I think a lot of it comes down to their own lives and people just not wanting to do things with their lives and seeing other people do it, and it makes them feel shit about themselves, and to make themselves feel better, they make themselves feel better about themselves, they'll write a comment. But I guess that is kind of jealousy. But there is an example I want to say, but I don't want to say it because people are just gonna be like, nah, this guy's crazy. you know, I'll say it. The people who are like homophobic on like Twitter, on Instagram. I don't think those people who sit there and write hate comments to people in the LGBTQ community sit there jealous. I really don't think that they sit there jealous. There's another reason as to why they sit there throwing hate to those people. Now I'm staying neutral on this. I'm not picking sides. I'm just stating facts here. That I don't think the people who say stuff about them are jealous. I think there's a deeper core meaning to a lot of just hate, and people just want to hate. People just feel good hating. But it's a lot of people that aren't comfortable with themselves and their lives, and because they're too scared to do anything, they just get dopamine from hating on other people. I don't know, but yeah, just be cautious of a lot of things and don't take advice from people who you wouldn't want to be. I mean, that kind of disregards everything I'm saying, because I don't know who wants to be me, but some people might listen. I know I'm waffling, man. I need to end the video. Anyway, I need to go to bed. Yeah. I hope you understand my point of view there, but yeah, the competition is so fucking low, bro. So just start. And the more failures you have, the better, because the more lessons you're going to learn, the less mistakes you're going to make moving forward. The less easy mistakes you're going to make as well. So rather than trying to perfect everything before you start, just fucking start and learn along the way, because you're going to learn far more from doing it than you are from sitting there perfecting everything, trying to read books on every single topic that goes into it, and trying to fix problems that don't yet exist. So thank you for watching. I'm recording more videos tomorrow. Life's good, boys. Good night. See you tomorrow. Cheers.